and you guys know, New Yorkers know, is you guys just, it's like, whew. But the Twin Cities is a little different. We have a chance to, it seems like we have a little bit more chance to catch air in between. But I really just, I love the energy here, and I just want to just thank the Creator for allowing us to continue to do the art form that keeps us connected, and finally say a shout out to our kids, who it's the longest trip that we didn't bring them. And right after I had my first son, Jordan, we came to New York. It was 4 months after, and I did a theater show here. And they're very sad that they're not here. So Jordan and Jalen, your spirit is here, it's with us. And then we're going to close on this piece. And it is one of the last pieces I wrote, and the last piece that I performed in the UK. And I was at the BBC, and the guy said, he's like, well, you know, your pieces are so interesting, but they're very female-based. You know, you know, and I'm not going to say that they're angry, but he said, do you have any love pieces? And it's so funny because I had never ever thought like that. I mean, I wrote because I needed to. I mean, I grew up in the South. My husband's from Africa. I grew up in the South, and it wasn't like this thing where it was like cute or, you know, like fabulous. It was just like, I got to write this down. I got to talk about the fact that every night I go to sleep and I wake up, and there's like police cars outside, you know, at one of the neighbors' houses. And then you wake up in the morning and everybody's looking out the windows, and you wake up in the morning and nobody talks about what happened. But you know what happened, yeah? And you knew that X and X was, you know, hitting his wife or blah, blah, blah. It was a lot of domestic violence. And so I created this piece. I rarely ever perform it. So bear with me if I don't remember it. Mother sits and rocks baby girl to sleep wrapped in Sunday morning's paper. Blue ribbons on twisted ponytail dangle over left arm. Mother sits and rocks baby girl to sleep, wrapped in Monday morning's paper. Been sleeping a lot lately. Since Friday, to be exact. Who's gonna write their story? Who's gonna speak up, preach up now that Martin and June are gone? Who's gonna write our stories? Who's gonna open their mouth wide and write our stories? Some old lady that lives upstairs without a name or a face. She's gonna open her mouth wide one day and sing. Lord, if I could sing like that. Mother, Trisha Brown. Trisha Brown grew up on the east side of Fletcher Street, across the road from my daddy, worked 6 blocks from Big Ollie's. She liked it, but her customers liked it more, I'm sure. See, the spot opened at 7, she was there at 6:33 every day, except Sundays, of course, because those were church days and she wasn't going to miss Reverend Ford's sermon for none. Her life is music. Her life is jazz. Her life is blues, resting over her left eye. Her life is jazz. Her life is hip-hop scratched across her body and permanent scars that she's come to admire. Her life is music. But the gospel in her life didn't leave space for understanding the relationship between illiteracy and poverty, between violence against women and the choices that they are left with. Her life was full of too much funk to make the mental connection, so the cycle continued. Continue. Continue. Roses are red, she sang. Violets are blue. Throw me $20 and I'll do something special for you. Baby girl, Trina, grew up also in the church, then one day slipped on a rock and cool breeze dropped white candy in her palms at a time when she was hungry. Little Trina's gonna be remembered in ways she could have never imagined. She's gonna be the subject of papers and poems from poets and politicians. She's gonna float in that space that has no name. Roses are red. She sang, violets are blue. Her life is music. Her life is jazz. Her life is blues resting over her left eye. Her life is jazz improvising its way into her life, trick after trick after trick. But the gospel didn't leave space for understanding the relationship between poverty and violence against women, between illiteracy and the choices we are left with. Her life was full of too much funk to make the mental connection so the cycles continue. Roses are red, violets are blue. Throw me $20 and I'll do something special for you. Thank you.
Yeah!
Thank you so much for all the love.
Thank you. Thanks to all the playwrights and artists that come up here tonight. I appreciate it. Thanks, amazing.
One more time for the husband and wife team of Madiba.